YouTube, what's going on, y'all? It's Pick Saber here, and welcome to another video. Really quickly, before I get into today's video topic, I want to remind you if you're new here, go check out my introductory video where I go into detail about what type of content to expect on the channel. Heading into 2026, Auburn is yet again attempting to turn their football program around by hiring their third coach since moving on from Gus Malzahn in 2020. Alex Golesh comes over from USF, and although Auburn has made some questionable hires in recent years, I think there's some reason for optimism down on the plains. Despite the fact that Auburn hasn't had a winning season in 6 years, I'm actually pretty high on this Auburn football team going into this year. And I believe that Alex Golesh will have success at Auburn, at least in the short term, as he brought over Byron Brown as well as 12 other players from USF, who are all very familiar with his philosophy and fully understand his system. Golesh also brought over a heavy contingent of his coaching and support staff, including his offensive coordinator, key position coaches, strength coaches, and operations directors. Although Auburn did lose their top pass catchers, including Cam Coleman, USF's receiving corps followed Golesh to Auburn as well. And USF's offense last season wasn't just good, it was one of the most explosive units in the entire country, as they did finish second in total offense and fifth in scoring offense, putting up over 40 points per game during the regular season. USF cleared the 500-yard mark in 8 of their last 9 regular season games, routinely overwhelming opposing defenses through sheer pace. Golesh's system is designed to stress a defense by snapping the ball faster than defensive coordinators can signal or substitute. In November 2025 alone, USF led the FBS in scoring by dropping 201 points over the course of the month, highlighted by a 63-36 blowout win over North Texas. Now, some may question how this offensive production will translate to the SEC, and rightfully so. However, Golesh did prove his system works against SEC defenses when he led Tennessee's offense to a top 10 national finish in 2021 as their offensive coordinator. And last year, Golesh's squad proved that they can compete with SEC teams by going on the road and upsetting Florida in the Swamp as a 17.5-point underdog, with Byron Brown under center executing the playbook he has ran for years, along with a wide receiver room that he is already familiar with, and a loaded running back room led by Jeremiah Cobb. Auburn's offensive production should skyrocket, and their offensive ceiling should be much higher than it has been in years past under Hugh Freeze. On the defensive side of the ball, DJ Durkin returns for his third year as Auburn's defensive coordinator. The Auburn defense features plenty of talent, anchored by linebacker Xavier Atkins, who had 84 tackles, 17 tackles for loss, and 9 sacks last year. While Auburn does lose 6 of their top 8 tacklers, several core players return with crucial experience in DJ Durkin's system. Sophomore safety Eric Winters and sophomore linebacker Elijah Melendez provide explosive athleticism and sideline-to-sideline playmaking ability. The interior trenches features imposing size, headlined by massive 362-pound Western Kentucky transfer Dallas Walker and former 5-star sophomore Malik Autry. The Tigers also added pieces to the transfer portal, such as former Ole Miss edge rusher Deshaun Womack and defensive lineman Walter Mathis Jr., along with breakout candidates like sophomore edge rusher Jared Smith, giving the unit the necessary pass rush upside to pressure the pocket, which should bode well for Auburn. The schedule includes some highly winnable non-conference matchups against Southern Miss and Sanford, which are 2 games in which I project Auburn as a favorite of more than 30 points, as well as an early neutral site game against a Baylor team that I'm not very high on. In SEC play, Auburn will go through a brutal stretch of games versus Tennessee and Georgia on the road before coming back home to play LSU. However, they do get a bye week before going to Athens to play Georgia, and crucial swing games such as Vanderbilt, Arkansas, and Florida all take place at home. The market has heavily factored in the new coach tax, as well as Auburn's lack of success on the field in recent years, settling this line at a soft 6.5. What the market is missing here is that this is not a traditional year 1 rebuild. as Golish has imported a top 5 national offensive nucleus and dropped it right into a program with a well-coached and talented SEC defense. The pieces are in place for Golish to win early, or at the very least, secure Auburn to win a record for the first time in several years. This Auburn team may shock some people, and in my opinion, there's some value on the regular season win total. So I played the over 6.5 wins at -110, as my numbers have Auburn at 7.4 wins. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as I will be bringing more videos just like this up until the regular season. But until then, I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Pick Saban, clocking out.